Mic check, camera check. All good. Perfect. All right, folks, it's Tuesday, and we are just about to look at pre-New York session market open. Let's see what's going on in the markets. I'm going offline to the world and online to you guys. All right, let's see what is going on. Let's have everything all set up. I'm going to be doing a different kind of color for the live stream. I feel like it's easier on my eyes. The red and blue setup, it's really good, but I feel like this setup is good for teaching. So I'm going to go ahead and do more live trading with my regular setup, which is this. I don't like to see red very often. I like to replace the red with the white. So yeah, let's get started on that. Let's see what we got over here. All right, so first things first, let's take a look at the news. All right, so what do we have today? We have Australian cash rate, which is already passed, RBA. We've got Japanese yen, nothing too serious, just pending home sales. So no actual red folder news for the US today since I'm only trading US market. So there's no actual red news folder today. So it's going to be purely price action today. And that is something I'm looking forward to, especially on a Tuesday. Tomorrow, however, we do have one, two, three, four, five, six red folder news. Um, I mean, it's still a good time to trade if you're planning to scalp, but for a swing trade, I wouldn't say taking any setups for tomorrow. But we'll worry about that tomorrow. For today, we don't have any red folder news. So one thing's for certain is that we have just entered New York session, as you can see. London session's in the middle, but right now New York session just opened up, and the liquidity is going to be coming in 25 minutes. So between now and then, we're going to start looking at analysis. Let me open the chat window. All right, let's see. Let's see the chat. How are we all doing today? Let me open the full chat. 1 second. All right, sweet. Perfect. All right, just moving this here, putting that there. Now we're golden. Perfect. Okay, so now we're gonna be we're gonna start looking at gold, and then from gold we're gonna be moving to um, from gold we're gonna be going to other currency pairs, and also the forex market, obviously. So let's get started on that. All right, hi Ariane, welcome, welcome. All right, so let's go on gold. Okay, first things first is the golden currency. The one and most important pair. I caught this move yesterday, posted it on the Discord. It was a very nice, clean move. Um, for those of you who are wondering, how did I catch this move? It's pretty simple. Relative equal high. I was looking at it on a 15-minute time frame. You could see here liquidity sweep. This liquidity sweep has had a reaction to it. Prices come back to it. It rejected off of it at the 50% point, rejected again, and then it's done a nice sweep. And that is when I found the sweep. I said, okay, this is my entry position. And I entered and I targeted literally at the opening of the next relative equal low. So basically, premium zone, discount zone, this discount zone over here. I marked it and I entered, placed my TP, and it smashed it perfectly. So it's a very nice setup. It was a clean 3-to-1 reward ratio. I only made around 800 bucks from this yesterday. All right, so beautiful setup it took yesterday. Hopefully we can find something similar today. All right. So let's start with the 4 hour time frame. Welcome, Nora. We'll start with the 4 hour time frame, and we're gonna be looking at the market structure. So the market structure is clearly bearish for me. All right. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna add some words to it. Not the box. It's gotta be this one. Uh, all right. What should I say? Lower, high, if taken out, becomes bullish. Okay, perfect. And then I'll mark the box once again. All right, next. This is the higher low that was taken out. Higher low, taken out. All right, and all of these other ones are irrelevant. This is all 1 hour time frame. We can remove them completely and redo them once again. All right, this is the lower low over here. All right, lower low, which gets taken out, as you can see. All right, no worries over there. If we go on a smaller time frame, you can see price is completely broken through it on multiple occasions, so it's lost its value. I mean, it's still respected, as you can see. You can see multiple times prices coming to it, and it's respecting it on multiple occasions. But for me, when I see prices acting this way in a smaller time frame, it means it's not exactly. Oh, my bad. My bad. There we go. Okay, thanks for letting me know, Ariane. So coming back, we were looking at the 4 hour time frame on gold, and I was just cleaning up the charts. All right, so first of all, I had a setup over here that was taken yesterday, posted it on Discord. And this right here, this particular level at 5,379 is precisely where price is going to be bullish if it takes out that lower high. But until then, price is definitely bearish. As you can see, the market structure keeps going lower. So for the time being, as long as this low holds up, I mean, it got stretched out over here. As long as it holds out, price is going to be in a bit of a consolidation over here. You could see it on a 4 hour time frame. To see it more clearly, you could see it on a 1 hour time frame here. The candles, there's no real trend. It's just it's consolidated, which is fine, which is good news because it's just liquidity that's being built up. But I'm hoping for price to get out of the zone. Let me mark it for you. All right, it's from here to here. There we go. So that is the consolidation zone on a 1 hour time frame. All right. Perfect. So now that we have a consolidation box with gold, there's not much analysis to be done over here. However, we could still chart out these levels. So this level over here has been taken out. So it's not very powerful anymore. The next level that's important is precisely this level over here. So let's just put a green line. Yep, perfect, sweet. All right, so put a green line over here. This low, it's going to be respected probably in the coming hours. Let's see what happens. But which news events impact the market the most? It will be CPI. CPI is very important, and also the NFP. NFP news comes out. CPI comes out a couple times in a month, like 2, 3 times in a month, and once every 2 weeks. And the NFP news, which is the most important one, it comes out every the NFP news, it comes out once every month, and it's always the first Friday of the month. So super important news. Um, but yeah, but today we don't have news. We looked at the page. Not much going on. It's just an orange folder, which is totally not related to the market. It's more about real estate sector. So on a 1 hour time frame, we are in consolidation. All right. So we're not going to be looking for any setups inside of this box unless price comes to the edge over here or here and I start seeing some very powerful rejection wicks such as these things. Once I see these rejection wicks, that is my cue for a small scalp trade that I'll be taking from one side of the consolidation box to the next. But for the time being, it doesn't look like it's actually going anywhere. Instead, we're actually having a lot of choppy price action. I mean, this is technically a grand scheme of consolidation and then a smaller scheme of consolidation. So it's simply accumulating right now. I wouldn't be surprised if price continues staying in this range because price is literally just hovering over $5,000 mark. So it's an important psychological level. There is possibly the chance of price going higher from here, but I wouldn't be too confident with that. For the time being, it's consolidation. There's no prediction. Nothing is going to happen until we see a break of structure. All right, so 4-hour time frame. Let's see over here. It's broken above. It's broken above this level over here. And yep, this level over there and this level over here. Let me stretch out these lines. Perfect. So now we have our lines. Now we just need to wait. We need to wait and see what exactly happens in the coming hours. All right. So let's leave gold. Now let's look at the Nasdaq. 4-hour time frame. We've got a demand zone over here. I've caught this move yesterday. All right. It went through and then it came down, got stopped out over here, but then I caught another move yesterday. Where is it? It was Monday, 4:30. I did a sell position at 9:30. Yeah, this is the move I caught. I caught a very tiny move. It was literally right at the bottom. You'll find it in the Discord. The links are in the QR code. Literally came down over here and I caught this tiny scalp trade over here. And then after that, I left the charts. So now price looks like it's coming back to the fair value gap fill. Let's see how it reacts over there. Let's redraw some of these lines. Haven't moved these lines since last week, so let's redo a couple of them. Welcome, Simbola. All right, so 4-hour time frame. This level high over here. All right. See some choppy price action. Overall, we are bearish. I don't see any market structure shift rejected off over here. Perfect. All right, so let me put this as a green line. Okay. Perfect. Price is going down. Relative equal highs. Create a zone. Okay. Now, price is going lower. All right, so this is the next level. Price is going down. It's consolidated right now. Inbounds fill can get removed. Price broke this low. Price also broke that low. Gonna get rid of these lines, this one and this one. Okay. Price broke this low as well. Now this is the new lower low. Okay. And then over here, I'm gonna mark this over here. Stretch that across over here. All right. That's the lower low over here. Price did not break below over here, as you can see. So now the chart looks much better. Much better. Okay, now we drop down to the 1-hour time frame. Let's see what's going on over here. All right. Okay. 1-hour time frame. Relative equal highs. Demand zone. Price takes off over here, as you can see, displacement. Closes above. So it confirms this displacement. So this is now officially the demand zone. And now that we have the demand zone, we're hoping price can come back down over here to have a very powerful setup. It won't be a scalp setup. It will be a clean swing trade. Okay. So 1 hour time frame, relative equal lows again. There's an imbalance. So you can see the downtrend. Price comes up, relative equal highs, gets rejected, comes back down. We are overall bearish on the 4 hour time frame and the 1 hour time frame. But you could see inside this box over here. Let me not extend it. Style, extend right, turn that off. Okay, so now that stretch this out, you could see price over here. Lower high, lower high, lower low, lower high again. So it's come back to the same exact level and it rejected off of it twice. So now price is probably going to go over here and we'll see what happens. 15-minute time frame. It's trying to do the break before market open. Could be a dump, could be a pump. We'll just have to wait and see. Okay, so that would be your analysis for NASDAQ. I'm going to leave the chart this way so you can just note it. Forgive me, that was just an alarm. Okay, so we will see if there is some sort of reaction happening in this box. Ooh, okay. Perfect. Okay, so 1 hour time frame, all done. 15 minutes. We could see there is a break of structure that's happened right over here. Yep. And you can clearly see that in this break of structure over here, price is definitely filled this imbalance. And it's a very clean imbalance. You see that it's the last blue candle and then price took off from over here. It broke above and there's an imbalance. And that is where it's gone up. What confirms my entry? A market structure shift is the cleanest way that confirms my entry. For me, a market structure shift gives me so much comfort because I end up taking trades at these important levels. So let's just say right now it looks like in a smaller time frame, it looks like price is going higher. Hi Maria, welcome. So we're looking at NASDAQ right now. We're just doing some analysis on how we're figuring out how to find a confirmed entry for a buy trade. So for me, this is the way I personally do it. Price is bearish, I do nothing. I'm looking to buy if it's bearish. Why? I'm not going to buy while it's dumping, right? I'm going to buy only when there's a market structure shift. A market structure shift is simple. You mark the last recent lower high, and then if there is displacement plus a break above, that means that is a market structure shift. This displacement happened, and there's also, as you can see over here, you could see that there is a fair value gap which gets filled over here, and price has taken off over there. However, this is all just internal. It's always better to do this on a bigger time frame. This is only a small scalp trade. But I like to do the stock market, like the US stock market scalp trading during New York session, not during other sessions, because then price can be a bit choppy sometimes. I mean, this was a clean price action during London session. However, it's not always the case. It's better to do US markets during US session. All right, so we're already reaching a point right now where it's reaching to the top of the consolidation box. So by the time it gets there, I'm expecting some retracement. If it breaks above, then I'm going to be looking to buy anywhere down here. That's where I'll be looking to buy. Probably be using the one minute time frame as well, because I usually scalp the NASDAQ during New York session. So we'll see. We've got 9 more minutes until the market opens up. Now let's take a look at the Dow Jones. All right, 4 hour time frame. Let's clean up the chart once more. All right. Okay, lower high gets taken out. All right, I'm gonna add some text over here. Actually, it's already added. High or low taken out. Perfect. All right. All right. Perfect. So for me, Dow Jones has been bearish. Okay, on a 4-hour time frame, it's been bearish. It's going down. And then over here, we've got relative equal lows. This relative equal lows shows me one thing. Shows me a displacement. Okay, this is a displacement candle over here. And the displacement candle closed above this high. You could see it. It's not a clean close. It's a small close, but it's still closed above. Price came back down, filled the imbalance, and then it's aiming higher. All right. Secondly, another thing. This over here is your entry confirmation. I mean, it already happened over here. This is a lower high that gets taken out over here. All right. So let's mark that. Lower high taken out. All right. This lower high gets taken out. So price comes back down, enters the demand zone, sweeps liquidity once, twice, 3 times. And then the real move is happening. So now I'm expecting on a higher time frame that what the Dow Jones is going to be doing is it's going to be targeting, I mean, it already took out this high, so it's probably going to be targeting this most recent high. This is going to take a couple of days, probably even a couple of weeks, maybe 2 or 3 weeks, but this is a clean swing trade that anyone can take. Although you probably would have missed the entry over here, but it's fine. You'll always find another entry. All right, so now it looks like a market structure shift has happened over here. So now we are officially bullish. All right, let me just add that. Bullish structure. I'll leave it down here. We can come and read it later. All right, it's a bullish structure. The lower high gets taken out over here. Very simple, super important level. All right, so now we go on a lower time frame. Fair value gap gets filled right over here. Price goes up, takes out this high. Now it's creating more imbalances. There's an imbalance over here. It gets filled. This one gets filled over here. This one gets filled over here. So let's show you what it looks like on the chart. This imbalance over here. Need to stretch that out. Gets filled. And then this imbalance over here. Stretch it out. Gets filled. So it gets filled over here. Gets filled over here. And now it's going higher. So the next entry position would likely be for the Nasdaq on a higher time frame. Welcome, Francisco. It's okay. All good. You tune in just in time. All right. You guys should be joining in our Telegram and Discord. Use the QR code. I mean, I appreciate you showing up it's the second time you showed up on YouTube, so I appreciate it. Use the QR code and get connected with me and the team. You'll be able to learn how to trade with mentorships and courses and books and plenty of information. I mean, it's literally a toolkit designed for you, for anyone that's eager to become an institutional trader. So use it to your advantage if you'd like. All right, perfect. So imbalance filled, imbalance filled. Now the next imbalance that we can see on a 1-hour time frame is obviously here. All right, I'll stretch it out a little bit. 1-hour imbalance. Okay. And this level, I'll stretch it out even further. All right, so 4-hour time frame, this level is a short-term high. It's got taken out. So now we're officially in a bullish structure. You'll see here on a 1-minute time frame, it rejected off. So we can keep this level just temporarily because it's only just a 1-hour time frame. The course is there. Yes, it's a there's a course every day from Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So the course that's on Tuesday and Thursday, it's by me, and I'll be teaching Nasdaq, Forex, gold, and chart analysis and whatnot. And then on Wednesday and Friday, we have a new instructor that's just joined the gang as well. He is specialized in crypto and altcoins, so you can also get in touch and learn more about crypto trading through his courses as well. So we're balancing both sides of trading. So Depending on what kind of trader you are, you want to be a crypto trader, you want to be a stock trader, you want to be a forex trader, a gold trader. Really depends. All your styles are all here at SCT Club. Just use the QR code, get connected, chat in the message, ask, say hello, ask people, how do I sign up and stuff. They'll tell you, but it's completely free. Um, it's absolutely free. You're interested in gold? Okay, then there will be courses on Tuesday and Thursday. So there's that. Forgive me, guys. I got a little bit of a stuffy nose. All right, so coming back on 15-minute time frame, it looks bullish. 5-minute time frame looks bullish, but this is going to quickly change in the next 3 minutes when the market opens up. And last but not least, we're going to be looking at the S&P 500. All right, so S&P 500 is one of my favorite, one of my favorites because it's actually the easiest stock market to trade. It doesn't charge anything. The mentorship is completely free. We simply do it because we want to have a healthy and active trading community, simply just to connect with traders. You don't need to pay for anything. It's absolutely free. You're going to be talking directly with me or another instructor, depending on what course you want to take. There's two options for you at the table right now. And yes, it's completely free. Free is good. Take it. Take it to your advantage. All right, trading is supposed to be free knowledge. I don't understand why people charge money for it. It's supposed to be free knowledge. It's everything you need is online. Right? All right, so let's just have a countdown. We've got 1 minute and 20 seconds. Let's go back to gold and see what happens in 1 minute and 20 seconds. Just see what kind of liquidity we've got. In the time being, I'm just going to fix one little thing. I'm just gonna fix one tiny little detail. All right. Perfect. Okay, so I was just adjusting the banner and just put the new QR code because the last one kind of expired. So this one should be working. It's perfect. So um let's get back into the charts. All right, so we've got 10 seconds. 10 seconds until the market injection. I mean, it's already open, but this is usually when the liquidity comes in. So let's see what happens. We've got 1 second and boom. All right, market slipped. Liquidity's coming in. Let's see what's happening with gold. Let us see what is happening with gold. We could also take a look at the stock market. I imagine the stock market took a bigger aggressive move. All right, so it's done a sweep. All right, we could see a sweep going on over here. Do I trade during the Asian session? No, I don't trade during the Asian sessions. Very rarely if I find a setup, but I don't like to trade the Asian session simply because the Asian session, there is absolutely no liquidity. Liquidity comes in New York session and London session. Let's put it in like in order. If there is a liquidity injection, I would say um, New York session is 50% liquidity, or 60% liquidity, New York session. 30% liquidity would be London session, and 10% liquidity would be Asian session. So trading, welcome David. Trading during the trading during these small sessions, such as the Asian session, I don't really feel comfortable with it only because it's like there's no liquidity, so I don't really feel comfortable with it. It's got to be like a heavy session. So New York session for me personally is like the best session. I mean, you'll find a lot of the big traders, they trade the New York session. Do I have a setup right now? I don't see any setup as of yet. The Nasdaq is currently in a range. It's a bit of a consolidated range. So let's just see. It's important to see what happens outside of this box because currently we have been bearish for quite some time with a consolidated level, and we want to just see price go higher. Relative equal lows over here. I mean, relative equal highs. Okay, price came down. It broke the lows over here, so it's bearish, and then now it's trying to go higher. It's still in an overall bearish structure. However, you could see that price is simply trying to go higher. Welcome Noor and welcome Cruise Control. Wow, grape. I know that meme, bro. I know that meme. I know that meme. Hopefully, I can also be a pilot with riding this wave to the moon. I want to be a pilot to the moon, riding this wave. But I'm not taking this trade yet because it's already moved and I'm just simply waiting for price to tell me to come back to any nice entry levels. All right, so gold is going higher, as you can see. The injection's coming in. All right, 9:30 a.m. New York session, 9:30 a.m. It's a grape is it's a meme. You'll just have to look it up on TikTok, and you gotta look it up on TikTok and Instagram. You're gonna find the grape meme. It's kind of funny. Higher high, higher low on the 4 hour chart for the particular session or for the day. The higher time frame, like the higher highs and higher lows on the 4 hour chart, is for the market structure. It's got nothing to do with the day or the session. It's an overall structure for the market structure. Always the 4 hour is where you mark your levels. Yep. Alrighty. So, let's take a look again. What's going on in gold? All right, so it looks like it could still be a liquidity sweep. So again, guys, don't rush for any trade. This is where a lot of retail traders get trapped. They see this and they see these big candles, and then they end up doing the worst thing you can do, which is they end up buying all the way high and then stretching their stop loss all the way down here. And then they'll end up holding their stop losses because they don't want to be wrong. In their head, it's like, I can't be wrong. I already entered heavy, and then price ends up retracing. And what are you targeting? You know, like if you end up entering early like this, what are you targeting? You're going to be targeting this high. It's not even a 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio. You don't want to be taking trades that early. You wait and you watch the price tell you what it's doing. You just simply wait. You're welcome, Samira. So you simply just need to wait and watch what price is doing, and the injection, the liquidity. We are not institutions. We trade as institutions. Like institutional trading is a style where you are trading with the institutions. But we personally are retail traders. 99% of the world are retail traders. We are not institutions, and we will never be institutions. Hate to break it for you guys, but we are never going to be institutions. Even Warren Buffett is not considered an institution. So you gotta understand that institutions will move the price from one level to the next. And while price is moving from one level to the next, we simply watch and see what price is doing. We don't do anything. We let price move and then we follow if the price comes back to a nice clean entry level. See, for those who have bought gold right now, would be crying because it's going down. So let's see Nasdaq. Nasdaq looks like it has a clean break above. Let's go on a lower time frame, 5 minutes. Yep, it officially broke out of this consolidated zone. So now I'm gonna remove this, okay, and we're gonna look at a 1 hour time frame right now. 1 hour time frame, the imbalance has been filled, as you can see over here, right over there. Imbalance filled. Okay, so the next available imbalance on a 1 hour time frame for the Nasdaq is going to be over here. All right, but it's still not confirmed because we still have 23 minutes until the hour closes, and we need to wait for that because this candle could simply break below and then it could change the imbalance. So for the time being, no imbalance is formed yet. It's still in the process of forming. It is a very nice bullish push on the Nasdaq. I have a feeling there, I don't know why, but this is just a feeling that I might actually not even be taking a trade today. Because no trade, remember, no trade is a win. And no trade day is still a win because you didn't lose money. So I might not take a trade today because from what I see, price is simply continuing. London session, it's going up. And then New York session open, it's still continuing higher. So I'm not going to buy when it's already going higher. I'm always going to buy at the lowest point. I need to buy at the cheapest place possible so I can scalp as much as I can and keep the trade open until tomorrow if I wanted to. It's important to take the trades at the perfect level. So for example, if I'm looking for a trade in Nasdaq currently in this time being, I'm probably going to be looking for a setup somewhere around here in this area. I know it's all the way up over here, but it's okay. Why? Because if I end up taking a trade any higher, look at how far the stop loss goes before the trade becomes invalid. If I enter a trade here and I move stop loss here, it's not good. It's a lot of bullish candles. There's a very high chance of a retracement. So that is what I'm thinking. Hi Fatima, welcome. So that being said, let's skip Nasdaq for now. Leave it. I'll just mark this high over here. All right, there we go. Just to have an idea, you know, like this is where the level is. The real break is actually over here. To be honest, the real break is right there. All right, perfect, perfecto. 1 hour time frame break is actually right over here. Yeah. All right. So if price comes back over here, I can enter a very small minuscule trade. It will not even be 1% of my account. It'll be 0.5% of my account because still I am buying high. But this is likely the level the price is going to come back to. Sound professional, informative. I'm proud of you. Thank you. I appreciate your kind words, Cruise Control. Very nice. Trending down, look for sells. Exactly. If price is going down, you're going to be looking for sells. If the market structure is bullish, you're going to be looking for buys. So for the time being, the market structure for the Nasdaq is bearish. So I am looking for sells. Keep that in mind. I'm looking for sells. So what's likely going to happen? Why is it bearish? Let me explain it. Bearish structure, right? This is the last lower high. It doesn't get taken out. This is like a glitch in the system because of a new day. So this doesn't mean anything. The market has skipped the price. So it doesn't actually mean a market structure shift or anything. All right. This happens when the time skips in that 1 hour gap before the market opens. So same level as before. It did not take this lower high. Price comes down and then it breaks. Comes back up. Relative equal high. So this high, it officially needs to be broken before we can say it's a bullish structure. This lower high as well, over here, you can see this is the last lower high, all right? This lower high needs to be broken. If it breaks over here, then it's safe to say, okay, the market structure is bearish, but with bullish momentum, and it's going to look bullish from here. It's important for it to break this level. For the time being, it's targeting it. I mean, there's lots of imbalances. There's a lot of, I mean, all of this is really looking good. This is like a very nice, clean, bullish momentum. So right now, all we need to do is look at it on a small time frame. We want price to reach this level, this level over here. And we see what happens. If it rejects over here with liquidity sweep and it starts looking like a rejection, I'm going to sell and I'm going to target over here. Okay, if it rejects over here, then I'm going to sell and target over here. With stops literally just something fair like this. Nothing crazy. I'm going to have a 4-to-1 risk to reward ratio. All right. So that is the Nasdaq. Let's look at the Dow Jones. Let's look at the Dow Jones. 1 second. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and look at the Dow Jones. So let's go on a 4-hour time frame. Let's see what's going on. All right, we are bullish on the Dow Jones, which is probably explaining why the Nasdaq is also pumping. So price came down. All right, and then over here it broke this level. But before taking off, it came down over here in the demand zone and it simply entered into this area over here and it's looking to go higher, right? So imbalance filled, imbalance filled. We can see that on a 1-hour time frame over here. Demand zone marked. How do we mark a demand zone? We go on a 1-hour time frame and we look for a displacement candle that breaks above, which we find over here. And now that we found the displacement candle that broke above, this is the demand zone from this wick to this wick. All right. The real estate market for what? I'm looking at the US market. Um, so right over here, you could clearly see that price is just going higher, and then there is an imbalance fill over here, and then you could also see price is just simply going higher from all the way up over here. All these imbalances, 1 hour, all of them been filled. So this is just looking like a nice bullish push, but there's not much I can do over here, guys. Simply because price already took off and there's not much I can do. I can't enter a trade. This is just a clean bullish run. There's no retracement. So far, this is not even a retracement. Price just came down a little bit, doesn't give you a clean entry. It's simply going higher. So because of that, I'm just going to be patient. I'm not looking for any setups right now. Same thing with Dow Jones. All right, gold seems like it's still pushing. It's trying to get out of the consolidation zone, which is good. We wanted to leave the consolidation zone, so we'll just wait for it to do that. So for the time being, we are simply going to be waiting for gold to get out of this box. Now let's take a look at some currency pairs. Euro USD. All right, so I had this set up, as you can see. It's already set up over here. All right. And I did not enter this trade, unfortunately. I missed it. So there was relative equal lows over here. So we'll look at it from a higher time frame. All right. Relative equal lows. Price came down. And then it took out this high over here. All right. This is a clean lower high over here, which gets taken out. So let's mark that with a line. Okay. Lower high gets taken out. Yeah, the Dubai real estate has been pretty hit, but I'm not sure if I want to share that on the screen. So lower high gets taken out. All right. And now that the lower high gets taken out, we're going to be looking for a bullish move, which is already happening, as you can see. So that being said, let's get the text and put down bullish structure. It's always nice to leave that message somewhere in your chart. Could be up, could be down, left, right. It's nice to look at it because it gives you an idea of what is going on in the chart when you come back the next day. This is just simply something I do. You guys don't need to do that, but it's up to you. You could also journal it. There's these options. So lower high gets taken out. And now what do we have? We have a market structure shift over here with an imbalance. This imbalance gets filled over here. Let's mark it right there. Perfect. All right. Stretch it out. Imbalance fill. Price is going higher up from there. So as you can see, this is precisely where I would have put my entry trade. I only wanted to take this trade only because it has created relative equal lows. And after the displacement and the imbalance fill is where I would have entered a trade on a smaller time frame. But it seems like it's working pretty well. Imbalance has been filled. Price is simply just going higher. So that is Euro USD. Let's go back to the stock market. I'm pretty sure Nasdaq is pushing higher. Let's see what's happening. If price comes to this level and starts rejecting, we're going to be looking for sells. So let's see. Looks very aggressive. These are very aggressive moves. Stock market's doing pretty good. The Asian session is... It's a good question. Is it good for beginners? I wouldn't say so. I wouldn't say so, because if you go to the Asian session, all right, so let's go in Asian session. Let me mark it out. Let's get out this indicator, which will show you the Asian session. No, not smart money. It'll be this one. Yeah. So Asian session, okay. If you want to trade, if you want to become a profitable trader, there's literally one thing all profitable traders chase. It's literally this one simple thing that gets profitable traders excited to trade. It's liquidity. Liquidity comes in during London session and especially during New York session. If you trade the Asian session, you're not going to get liquidity. So you're going to end up being stuck inside choppy price action like this. So you're going to end up buying and selling and buying and selling and buying and selling. So no, I think if you want to be a profitable trader, whether you're an expert, intermediate, or a beginner, go straight for the New York session. New York session is the only session you should care about. New York session, exactly. Ariane, you said it correctly. New York session has the obvious trend and it also has the liquidity. I'm a liquidity trader. I talk and preach about liquidity trading. We trade with liquidity. Right now, you can see the liquidity is showing you clearly where price is going. So you want to trade with the trend, but you don't want to buy at the high points. You want to buy at the lower points. You want to buy when price comes down and fills imbalances, or it comes down to relative equal lows. That's how I personally trade. I don't trade every single day, guys. If I see a setup, I take it. If I don't see a setup, I don't take it. It's very simple. That's the only way I do my setups in trading. So for the time being, I don't see a setup, so I'm not going to trade. That's simple. You could be mad at me for it, but this is what it takes. This is how you stay profitable. This is how you keep your money safe. You protect your capital, which a lot of you, I can guarantee, really suck at keeping your money safe, because I've been there. And there's a reason why 95% of traders lose money every single day, and only 5% are profitable. You stay profitable when you look at the charts and you say like, okay, this looks like a good entry. This is a safe entry. So you end up, being profitable because you're literally like, if I enter over here, which is my ideal entry, if I enter anywhere inside this box, I can literally put my stop loss right below over here. This is literally the low over here. My TP I can target as high as I want and keep taking partials. So I can, if this is a 7-to-1 risk to reward ratio, I can make 3 mistakes. I can have 3 stop loss hits and still become profitable. So it doesn't matter about how often you trade. You shouldn't be trading all the time. The market doesn't give you an entry, you don't take a trade. Yep. All right, so let's see what's going on with S&P. It's still as it is. It's bumping, probably going to this level. If I'm going to be taking a trade on the S&P 500, first of all, this is a lower high that gets taken out over here. Right here. Okay. This is the important level over here. Let's check on a 4-hour time frame. This has already been broken into. All right. Lower low. Marked over here. Over there. Okay, 1-hour time frame. This is where price is going to be going to, and you're going to expect some reactions. We're looking at the S&P 500, US 500, on a 1-hour time frame. Okay. Let the price come to you. Exactly. You gotta wait for the price to come to you. It's good that we're all in agreement over here, because honestly, guys, this is actually hard. I'll be honest with you. This is, like, in all honesty, this is the hard part. This is the hard part in trading, where you gotta wait for price to come back to you. it takes off and it's like skyrocketing, as you can see on the chart right now. You know, like right now I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, oh my God, I could have made so much money from this entire move. It looks crazy. I wish I took, but where is my entry? Am I really gonna buy at the highs over here? Then I'm gambling. It's just you gotta protect the big bag. You gotta protect the big capital, your main capital. You gotta protect it. So definitely, you master this skill. You need to be patient. Exactly. The abbreviations, as you said, as completely patient as fudge, chocolate fudge. You gotta be patient as hell because if you are always excited and you're chasing the adrenaline dopamine hit, you're not gonna be profitable. You gotta wait. You gotta wait for price to come back to you. There's never been price action that goes up like this and it never comes back down. It will come back down. Let's look at the Nasdaq. You can see Nasdaq is coming back down a little bit. So let's see. We gotta see. Are we gonna get a market structure shift right now? Probably. Probably not. Probably not. All right, this is a small shift, tiny shift. We'll go over here. This is where the low is. This is where a market structure shift is happening. I'm looking for a market structure shift. That is my core confirmation where I want to take a trade. So now this is a market structure shift. Is it? No. Did it take out this low? Yes, it did. But was there a displacement candle? Do you guys see a displacement candle? Nope. No displacement. It's not a market structure shift. It's what we call a fake out. All right, so what I see on my setup is gold is dumping. There we go. So for all the gold traders who bought right now, this is a lesson for you. There you go. Price looked bullish. You entered early. There's your punishment. Instant clap. So let's see what happens. 1 minute time frame. I don't like to trade 1 minute time frame on gold, so let's just see what happens. All right, price came up. It came down over here. It filled this imbalance. Let's see what's going on. Overall, we are still in consolidation, so can't comment. It really looks messy, it's choppy, but the liquidity is coming in. People are getting liquidated for sure. Absolutely for sure. It's reached the 50% point over here, and it's done a sweep, which is a good sign. It's actually a good sign that price could go up from here. Possibly a setup over here. There is a possible setup over here. So let's see what happens. Possible setup. Possible setup. Here's what I'm thinking. Okay? Bear with me. Humor me for a second. Price is in consolidation. Alright, but even inside the consolidation zone, you've got the equilibrium. Do you want to take this trade? No. You don't want to take this trade. However, is it a setup? Yes, there is a possible setup over here. Why? Because currently, price is dumped. It's done a sweep over here. It's dumped aggressively, and it got rejected. If it broke past this 50% point off the consolidation box, then I can tell you, okay, there's a chance that price is going to come down and continue. But instead, price has reached the 50% point and it's rejected it. And it's respected this level right here. You can see these relative equal lows. Multiple relative equal lows. It's done a clean rejection. So for me right now, I have a small trade. I'm literally up just $41. Something microscopic. It's tiny. It really is a microscopic trade. And I have my stops literally right underneath the 1 hour, the 1 minute time frame over here. This is where I have my stops. I entered here, and this is where I have my stops. That's it. If it hits, it hits. Doesn't bother me. I'm taking a small trade. Doesn't affect me at all. Where am I targeting? The next high. Why? Because we are in consolidation. And the consolidation is respected the 50% point with a liquidity sweep. I am a liquidity trader. When I see liquidity sweeps like this, it simply means people got swept out. I don't trade during the sweeps. I trade after the sweeps. And for me, it's a small risk to reward ratio. It's a tiny risk to reward ratio. It could be stopped out right now. No problem. Let's go on a lower time frame and reduce the risk. I'll probably mark it just over here. 5-to-1 risk to reward ratio. If I lose it, I lose it. I'm not too upset. You just lost your demo account. At this time, the market moved fast. Yeah, I mean, what did you lose it by? What did you do? Did you take a gold trade? Did you buy early? Looks like price is going in the way that I'm hoping for it to go. So I'm happy. If it goes any higher, if it goes anywhere around this range, I'm literally going to move my stop loss to break even. And that way, it's a risk-free trade. That's it. Scalp trading 101. When price goes towards your direction, you take a small, clean scalp, like little tiny partials, and then you move your stop loss to break even. Because price could come back. And if it comes back, you don't want to be crying later about it. Right? I'm only up $66. 66. Pretty funny. How did you lose your demo account, Francisco? Talk to me about it. Tell me so we can look at the charts together and we could talk about it. I'd love to see where you lost your setup. Alright. Also, the NASDAQ is also showing me a possible setup right now. Let's see. Do we have a displacement? Yep, we do have displacement. Alright, and the imbalance is just being formed right now as we're speaking. Alright, for my gold trade, I already moved. We're looking at it on a 1 minute time frame. For my gold trade, I already moved my stop loss to break even. That's it. I didn't take partials yet, but I already moved my stop loss to break even. Because again, we're in consolidation zone. So I found an opportunity, price went in my direction, and now I'm protecting my bag. I've moved my stop loss to break even, so I feel pretty secured. So if it comes back down, I'm not too upset. All right. Perfect. So now let's see what's going on with the NASDAQ. We do have a displacement candle over here, but I don't feel confident in it, guys. What do you think? It's not too big. It's not too big. It's not a very big displacement candle. It needs to be a clean break. This is a break, but it's a small break. I don't feel confident. I don't feel good in this. So what I'm going to do, here's what I'm going to do. Okay. I'm going to place a small sell position inside this fair value gap on the 1 minute time frame. This is a scalp trade. And I'm going to be, and I'm not advising you guys to take this trade. This is not financial advice. I'm just showing you what I'm doing. I'm going to place my stops over here, literally right above over here. And I'm going to be placing a sell position over here, which is about to get activated right now as we speak. All right. All right. I'm in a sell trade right now. Got activated. My stop loss is simply right above. All right. I might get stopped out. Let's see. I'm not very confident in this trade. So let's see what happens. It's a small risk for me. It's nothing crazy. So let's see. If it continues going lower, this is where I'm targeting. Let's see what happens. Could be fun. Just for laughs. Small risk. Look, if I find a good setup with full confidence, I will enter heavy. If I find a small trade that it's going with my strategy, but it's like, you know, that gut feeling where it's like, maybe, I don't know, whatever. Either don't take a trade, or if you do want to take a trade, just minimize your risk. My trade right now, my risk factor is literally 0.5% of my total portfolio. I'm not even risking 1%. I'm risking 0.5%, a tiny fraction of my account. So let's see. Why did I take a sell trade over here? Simple. This candle, it broke below over here. It broke the low over here. And it created a small imbalance. that imbalance could be good, but it could also be bad. Why am I not confident in this trade? Is because it did follow the strategy, but the displacement candle was not big enough. It's not it's not chubby. It needs to be like this. It needs to have these moves. That would give me confidence. But these small ones, I don't feel good about it. So for me, it's still an imbalance. Yes, it also broke structure, but it's a small break. It's literally minuscule. So for me, it doesn't give me that confidence. So I reduce my risk. I reduced my risk significantly, and I'm on a 1 minute time frame. Look at where my stop loss is. No risk. But if it goes down my way, can't complain with a little bit of profit. If I make $100, is anyone going to be upset with me? I don't think so. So let's see. All right, here we go. Price is going down. Price is going down. Let's see if I could share the setup. Let me see if I can do that right now. Just bear with me a second. Yep, I could bring it up. So let me adjust it. Let me bring it down over here and see if I can adjust it myself. Okay, it's locked in, so let me try and adjust it from here. All right. There we go. Stretch this over here. So you can see my setup, my stop loss. Okay, perfect. Where do I place this? I'll place it right over here. Yep, so I have a sell trade. Like I said, it's a small risk. You guys see it clearly, right? Just so you guys know that I did take a trade. Small risk, not a big factor for me. I'm already moving my stop loss to break even. So now, no risk. This is a risk-free trade for me. I've moved my stop loss to break even. If price comes back to my break even point, so be it. No problem. You can clearly see at the top right over there, it is simply a risk-free trade. No stress, no panicking. Because at the end of the day, I did mention I don't feel very confident in the setup. So for me, it's kind of like let it move in its own way, and if it goes, it goes. If it doesn't, I mean, right now my stop loss is at break even, and my TP is 1,200. I would say that is some sound risk management trade. Would you say? Yes. All right, so that is basically my setup. Gonna hold on to it. Trying to see what's the best way to place it. Is it coming back to my break even and stopping me out? It is a possibility. It is a possibility. See, it rejected off of this level. Exactly. Okay. This is trading, guys. We literally sit and we wait. We enter a trade. You fold your arms. You hang out. You play with a fidget spinner. So you don't. This is what I use so I don't like impulsive trade. I just sit and relax. Simple setup, guys. I just sit and I wait. If it hits my stop loss and it hits my break even, guys, I'm not upset. I'm honestly not upset because at the end of the day, the position came, the opportunity showed up, not upset. The low, as you can see, been taken out by this candle. It's not a very strong impulsive candle, but it is still a displacement candle, which gave you the market structure shift. And we are doing this on a 1 minute time frame. Price came to me, exactly. Thank you, Alex. Price came to me, entered, stop loss right above. Now that I put the stop loss right above, price came down, I move my stop loss to break even. So now that I have my stop loss at break even, okay, I didn't lose anything. You could see the trade right there. I'm up $100, literally just 100. It could go higher, but I can't complain. I can't complain. Can't complain because this is not it's not my favorite setup. I don't like this candle. This candle over here. Let me mark it for you guys. This candle over here, I'm not a fan of it. It's supposed to have a bigger displacement, but I'm not a huge fan of it. So I took a small trade, entered a small 10 lot size trade, and I'm letting it do its thing. That's it. Now, what am I seeing that's a good thing is that this low that was taken out, price filled the imbalance, came down, okay, and then it came back to, there's another imbalance over here. You can see this over here. Let's get closer. You can see there's another imbalance, this one here and this one here. It gets filled by this candle and it respects the level that was taken out. See that? This higher low. Let's see. Where is it? Higher low taken out. Higher low gets taken out, and because of that, price comes to it perfectly over here. It respects it, and also it fills the imbalance. And it looks like it might even go lower. So, no comment. I can't control where price is going. All I can control is my position. My position that I'm in right now, that I'm up 130, I could close it and secure my profits and cry about it, or I can just leave it at break even and just leave it. Like simply not touch it. It could go lower. Price came back. It retested this higher low that was taken out. We still have 18 seconds. This is also a strong indication that it wants to go bearish. Price keeps trying to go higher, but it's not going higher. So what am I going to do? I'm going to sit and wait for it. All right, it got rejected the second time. This is a healthy sign that price wants to go lower. So let's just simply wait. We are playing the game of waiting. We are waiting. Price came to me. We are simply waiting. I don't like the displacement candle. However, I'm simply just going to wait. The small displacement candle. It's not, I don't feel confident in it. So, all the people who were buying the stock market, everyone that was buying NASDAQ, remember, price was going up since London session. It's been going up, going up. I'm selling the market. Because look at my risk to reward ratio, guys. Look at that. Let me make it a little bit bigger. What does it say? Jeez, I need to make the text bigger. How do I make it bigger? Does it say here style text? Ooh, 16? Yeah, there we go. What's the risk to reward ratio, guys? 6-to-1 risk to reward ratio. I'm feeling pretty good. How are you guys feeling? I'm feeling great. So it seems like price is going towards my direction. All right, we are at 280 profit. I think once I get to, if price gets to 500, I'm going to move I'm going to take partials. Right now, my stop loss is break even. It's a risk-free trade. I don't have to worry about it. If it goes, it goes. If it hits my break even, I'm not upset. So, for the time being, we wait. We wait. We need to see if there's going to be a break. We got 15 seconds. We wait. You can't beat me. I figured out the algorithm, guys. I broke the system. Only here in SCT Club. You want to learn how to be a day trader. You want to learn how to be a crypto trader. You want to learn how to be a scalp trader like I do. Simple. While the whole world is buying, I'm selling. So that's what makes me 5% from the 95%. Simple rules. I don't need to sit and think and hope and pray. You know, I don't have prayer beads in my hands when I'm trading. I'm using simple technical analysis. Price action. That's it. Simple price action, guys. All right, so besides that, does anyone have any questions? How did I take this trade? Why did I short the market? Why am I selling? Ask, guys, ask. Please let me teach you how to trade the proper way, you guys. You don't need to sit and play the guessing game any longer. You can't play the guessing game any longer. You want to learn how to trade and become a profitable trader. SCT Club is the place for you. It's completely free. It is a free place. Look at that. Look at that respect over here. It's like a sir, yes, sir kind of respect. It goes exactly to the line. Literally to the line. And it's continuing lower. It's not this level. A lot of people are going to be marking this level over here. Right? Not me. I mark a different level. For me, the low is the low that wasn't taken out. It's not the low that is the lowest point. No, it's not about the lowest wick. It's about the wick that was created and it wasn't taken out. That other candles wicked past it and it came back. That is the wick that matters. And you're going to watch the market bleed right now. The Nasdaq is going to bleed. The stock market is going to bleed. And it's not going to happen today. It's not going to bleed today. It could bleed today, but it's not going to happen today. It's going to be happening in the coming weeks. I called it, guys. The stock market is going to crash. It's not going to hold up. It's going to absolutely crash. Risk-free trade. I need to add an emoji. How do I add an emoji? Yep. It's a risk-free trade, guys. Robbing the markets. Legally. So yeah. I'm going to take partials over here. Alright. I'm going to take 50%. I've already taken partials. I've taken partials, guys. I've taken 250 and now I'm going to let the rest of the money run. That's it. This is how you stay profitable. This is how you do trading. I could have kept my TP is $1,100, right? This is the idea of the TP. It's $1,100. However, and this is a big however, even though it's at $1,100 TP, I just closed half, which means if it hits my TP, which is down over here, right? I will only make 500. It's okay for me. I have secured money because right now price could go back up. It could go back to my break-even point, which is right here. It could go back to my break-even point. And if it goes back, then I get zero, nothing, which is going to make me cry. It's going to make me revenge trade. It's going to make me say, oh, I was right and I want to enter the market again. I was up $500. I should have taken it. I should have taken it. Oh my God. Okay, I will find another setup and I will enter another setup. No. If you're happy with how much you're at, I was happy with the $500 that I was at. I took 50%. And now that I took 50%, what do I do next? As you guys can see, I'm holding it. It could go back now. And if it goes back, I lose zero. But I made 250. So even if price goes back, I made 250. But now if it continues going towards my TP, I'll make the full money. And that is how I trade. So see right now here, it looks like an imbalance fill. So I'm going to take another partial. I've taken another 50%. Of the 250 that I was up right now, I took another 50%. So how much profit did I make today? I made 451. Can you see that? Wait, you can't see it. Let me stretch that out. There we go. This is how much profit I've made so far today. I'm closing partials. It's so important to close partials. Let me give you guys another example, okay? We'll go on another chart, okay? This is my crypto chart. So I do everything. I do crypto, I do Bitcoin, I do gold, I do forex, everything. This strategy applies to everything. If you look over here, what do you guys see? This is my trade over here. I entered over here. Okay, I entered a buy setup over here because of relative equal lows. Price was going higher. I did not go higher. I bought at the lowest point and I sold at the highest point. Okay, then I sold here and I took partials and I took partials. And then I sold over here, then I closed over here. And over here, relative equal low, I ended up buying a buy trade. And over here, I took partials. And I took the partials and I moved my stop loss to this point over here. And look at my partials. I literally closed 75% of my trade, guys. 75 whopping percent. 75% I've closed. And when I closed that 75%, look what happened. Price continued going higher. And I'm still up $2,800. So I closed partials. Okay, you could see it over here. This is unrealized. Let's see the history over here. There we go. Yeah, I lost the trade over here. But look at this part. This is 75% of my partials taken. 4,800. It's a wonderful partial trade. And I'm still up 2,800 over here. And this is just my crypto account. So if we come back to the actual, the other trading charts. Where is it? Right there. Look at what's happening. Price is rejecting. It's trying to go higher. It's a risk-free trade. Let's go back and show, where's the meta? Here we go. Now it looks like it's rejecting. It's not going towards my TP. So what do I do in this case? I take all the money. That's it. I secured my profit. And just like that, I'm done. I am simply done. I click on history. How much did I make today? I made $580, guys. That's it. My TP was $1,000. And now it's a risk-free trade. And I've taken partials over here. And over here. And I've closed it full over here. Closed it full right over here. And if you want to see it on the chart, you can see it right there. I'll be posting this anyway, guys. I'll be posting this on the Telegram and on Discord. Okay, this will all be posted on the Telegram and Discord right now, showing you I did a live trade right in front of you right now. Very simple, even though it was a low, like I'm not even confident in this trade. And price, look at that. This is a 1 minute time frame. On a 4 hour time frame, look at that. Price is bullish. Price is extremely bullish. We're in an uptrend. But even though we're in an uptrend, I managed to sell and scalp $580. $582. Just like that. And this is my setup every single day, guys. Every single day I do these scalp trades. I go live. I teach it in the courses. I teach it in the lessons. I have ebooks about it. You just need to use the QR code or also use, like in the bio, the links are, everything's in the bio. Get connected, learn how to trade, be a part of the trading community. There's a space for everyone. Crypto trading, forex trading, stock trading, all kinds of trading. Everything is there in SCT Club. We are going to be creating a community that is so impossible to ignore because we're going to have the best community members and you guys are invited to be part of it from the very beginning. Clean scalp trades, clean day trades, clean swing trades, trading system with indicators trading system without indicators, price action trading, institutional trading, crypto trading, forex trading, stock trading. Guys, the list goes on. We have covered everything and we've wrapped it up in a nice, beautiful box and we're gifting it to you guys. Why is it free? Because I'm trying to break this stereotype or the system where a lot of gurus try to sell you courses and they'll teach you exactly what I'm showing you guys or something similar for thousands and thousands of dollars. These guys aren't even profitable. They're making money off of your investments. You don't want to do that. What you want to do is get free education because trading is free knowledge. Join in, join the links, QR code is right there. Get connected, learn how to trade, and of course, Sheen, you can. I'd love to teach you. It's a pleasure for me to teach you. I'm sitting here doing this all day, every day. So learn how to have risk-free trades, learn how to scalp. I explained the structure. There's a simple displacement over here, a displacement that created this tiny imbalance, which is where I entered. Price came down and I took the partials, and it's all live right in front of you in the charts right over here. You could see it right on the charts over here with the profit over there. The setups are real. Everything is real, guys. So do you want to upgrade yourself? Ask yourself that question. All right, guys. Thank you. It's been real. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. I'll be here same time tomorrow. I'll be able to teach you every day. Of course, I can teach you every day. I personally teach twice a week, and I also have another trading instructor. He also teaches twice a week. He does crypto, I do forex, and I mean he does crypto like Bitcoin and stuff like that, and also altcoins. That's his specialty. I learn a lot from him. So be involved in his courses if you're into crypto trading. But I personally teach the Nasdaq, I teach the forex markets, and I teach gold. These are my specialties. If you want to learn these things, you come to me. So that way, learn and just become profitable that way. Earning is not easy. Earning is not easy. But if you're disciplined, it is the easiest way to make easy money. Because trading, it's actually hard. It's hard because at the end of the day, the war is in your mind. You are burning right now, and that's because that's what trading does to you. If you're looking to make a lot of money, if you're looking to make a lot of money early, you're probably burning, and that's something 95% of people feel because they're eager to enter and exit the market. I just made $580 just by clicking buttons in a span of 57 to 16. In a span of 15 minutes, I made $580. That's it. It's not much. $580 is not much. There are other traders out there who make thousands and thousands. But for me, I'm disciplined. I'm grateful. I take small trades per day and I accumulate. That's it. That's all I need. What more do I need? I have a small account size, and 580 is literally me, as you can see in the percentages. I've made 0.2% and 0.03%. So today, from my setups, I made 0.25% of my total portfolio. I am not upset. All right, guys. Use the links in the bio. Get connected. You'll be able to learn how to trade forex, crypto, stocks. The QR code's right there. The links are in the bio. Everything is there for everybody. Be sure to tune in. And I will see you guys the same time tomorrow, every day. Same time every day, guys. Live streaming, live trading. Yes, all you gotta do is join our Telegram and just ask about the course, or join our Discord and just ask about the trade. You gotta involve yourself. You can't just join and be a spectator. This is not a spectator sport. You gotta you gotta communicate. Talk to me. I will get back to you personally, or my assistant will get back to you. Sounds good? Deal. Now it's dinner time. Time to eat. I'll see you guys later.